let's talk about Ashton Kutcher. Not just the goofy actor from sitcoms or the tech-savvy investor, but a man now at the center of disturbing allegations and resurfaced clips that challenge everything we thought we knew about him. First up, there are unsettling clips where Ashton made inappropriate comments about underage girls, including Hilary Duff and the Olsen twins. These weren't just awkward or dated jokes. He spoke about them in clearly sexualized ways, though they were still minors. Back then, people may have laughed or looked the other way. Looking back now, that raises real concerns. Then there's the resurfaced clip involving Mila Kunis. Ashton was 19, and Mila was just 14. They shared an on-screen kiss on That 70s Show, which was scripted. But in a later interview, Ashton described it in a way that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. He laughed about it and brought up a bet with Danny Masterson, implying he'd win if he used tongue. That's not just cringeworthy. It points to a larger issue with boundaries. There's also footage of 14-year-old Mila sitting on Ashton's lap during a promotional shoot. At the time, most people didn't think much of it. But in context, it doesn't feel like harmless fun. It feels more like grooming, and it's hard to unsee once it's been pointed out. The connection to Danny Masterson adds more layers. Ashton and Mila both wrote personal letters defending Masterson after he was charged and later convicted of sexual assault. They strongly vouched for him. For many, that felt like a betrayal of the women who came forward. Chrissy Bixler, one of Masterson's accusers, publicly called out Ashton and Mila. But she didn't stop there. Chrissy said she overheard a phone call between Ashton and Danny on speakerphone the night of an alleged assault. According to her, Ashton wasn't just connected to Danny. He may have known what was happening and chose silence. Then there's the tragic case of Ashley Ellerin, a young woman Ashton was supposed to date in 2001. That night, Ashley was murdered. Ashton testified he showed up, knocked, looked through the window, saw what he thought was spilled wine on the floor, and left. That wine was later identified as blood. But a friend of Chrissy's claimed something equally disturbing, that Ashton went inside the house, saw Ashley's body, and instead of calling 911, sat in his car making calls. Not to emergency services, but to his publicist, and to Danny Masterson. If that's true, it paints a picture of someone more focused on protecting his image than helping a victim. This isn't just one incident, it's part of a bigger pattern. Ashton built a public image around advocacy, especially through Thorn, the nonprofit he co-founded to fight child exploitation. But now, people are asking, can someone with this kind of past really be fully trusted in that role? Some are calling out what they see as hypocrisy. They believe Ashton's activist image may be more about PR than genuine passion, and once that doubt creeps in, it becomes harder to believe the public version of who he is. The internet hasn't been silent. Commenters online point out that Ashton's charm and fame may have helped him avoid scrutiny for years. He's connected to big names like Diddy and always seemed to have powerful people in his corner. But now those relationships are being seen through a very different lens. Then there's the rebrand. Ashton shifting from the party-loving celebrity to the thoughtful investor and activist dad. It worked for years. But now, people are asking, was it ever real? Chrissy Bixler isn't done. She suggests there's more to come, that secrets are still unrevealed. She suggests Ashton knows more than he's ever admitted and may be tied to more than we realize. So what does all of this really mean? It's not just about bad interviews or old clips. It's about a pattern. A pattern of behavior, choices, and associations that suggest Ashton Kutcher's public image might be very different from who he is behind the scenes.